Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're trying out the new GLAMLITE eyeshadow primer. It's been out for a little while, but not too long I don't think. At least I haven't seen too many reviews on it yet. It's called the Icing. Comes in this cute little tube. I think it retails for about $10.95, at least in euros. I got mine in the shade Classic Vanilla, which is the lightest skin tone one. There's also a white. I think there's about 6 shades. So this is the one I got. It's about as dark as the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer that I really like. So I've been trying this primer for the last week. I think I already used it about 5 or 6 times with different eyeshadow formulas. And I'll just tell you, I really like it. It's a little bit stickier than the ABH one, but it's not too sticky, so it still blends a little bit, and eyeshadows look pretty vibrant on it. So I just want to do an eye look today using this eyeshadow primer, and then maybe check in later to see if there's any creasing. The eyeshadow palette I'm using is the Soph X Makeup Revolution Volume 3, because I feel like these eyeshadows are okay, but they're not good enough on their own. They really need a good primer to shine. So I think this will really put the primer to the test. So let's zoom you in and let's get started. Real quick before we start, I want to thank you so much for clicking on my video. I hope you consider subscribing to my channel. I upload about 3 times a week with makeup related content and I would love to share it with you. So I'm taking this much, and that's going to be enough for both my eyes. This is actually a very high coverage primer. It covers your veins and everything nicely. And I don't think you need a very thick layer of this. So the first time I used it, I used about this much for one eye, and I definitely had too much product. It didn't really blend that easy anymore. See, it evened out my eyelids without looking too pale. I might also pick up the white one for cut creases and for pastel looks. If you spread it out thin enough, it's also not really that tacky anymore. So it depends on what you prefer. Maybe with really loose pigments you'd want to pack on the primer a little bit more so they'll stick. Maybe. I prefer it a little bit more thin and just a little bit tacky. So let's go into the palette, and what I want to do a blue, purple and pink look to match my shirt. I'm remembering that this shade Lockdown, the lilac one, was a little bit difficult to pack on the last time I used this palette, so I'm going to start with this one in the crease. See, it does show. Just not really intensely, and I guess this primer doesn't really make a difference in that regard. I'm going to switch to the darker purple, which is called Papa, with the same brush, and I'm going to put this in the outer crease and outer corner. And as you can see, the color does look pretty vibrant, and it does also stick to the eye pretty well. It could have been the palettes I was using, but I was also using the ABH Amrezy palette, and that one has quite a bit of fallout usually, but this time not so much. I used it yesterday with this eyeshadow primer, but I've been noticing all week that my fallout has been a little bit less than usual, which is great. I'm also taking this shade a little bit in the outer corner of the lower lash line. And I'm cleaning my brush with my color switch, and I'm going back into Lockdown and just make sure the edges are all blended. Now I want to take Lover, which is the bright pink, And I think I'm going to put that at the inner part of the eyes, under and upper eye. So right here. And I do notice a difference with underneath my eyes. As you can see, the pink is a lot less vibrant here. I didn't put any eyeshadow primer underneath my eyes. So I think that says enough. I'm taking a little bit of the white to blend out the pink in the inner corner. I'm not sure if there's any room for the blue in this look. I wanted to use Frère, but now I'm thinking that Dreamy might be more appropriate. I think I'm going to put Dreamy in the inner corner and then Frère all over the lid. I don't know what that was. So that's Dreamy. And then I'm taking Frère. And that shade is a little bit more difficult to pick up on the brush. But it does look nice and vibrant on top of the eyeshadow primer. I think I would usually use a glitter primer with this one. There, I like that. And I must say the blue did pop really well on top of the unset primer. It really grabbed onto the eyeshadow a lot less well. So that was my short demonstration of this eye primer. I'll finish my face and then I'll wrap up this video. I'm back, this is the finished look. Everything I'm wearing will be listed down below in the description box. But I just wanted to mention that I am wearing the new reformulated Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer again. And this time I used powder. If you didn't see my review, it went up a couple of days ago. And I think it looks a lot better. So I don't know how it's going to wear, but in my review I said that this would probably be something to wear with a powder. And I do think it looks a little bit better that way. So a final word about the GLAMLITE primer. I really like this one. As you can see, my eyeshadow has not creased yet. And usually it would have by now. And the ABH one doesn't crease either, but that one is very dry, so it doesn't hold on to the pigment quite as well as this primer. So this is actually my current favorite primer. I'll keep you posted in my favorites video on the wear time, but for now I just wanted to give my stamp of approval on this cute little product. And with that I'm going to end this video. I hope you have a nice day and I'll see you in the next one.